What's up, guys? Incredi here. This is episode 5 in the advanced lobby for the Platinum. I finally finished the deadlifts of the last 5 silvers in the lobby, meaning I have now deadlifted every single map. If you heard that and thought, Incredi, what the hell are you talking about? What do you mean deadlift? You can check the link in the description, which will take you to the FAQ section of my Platinum sheet. I explain it there. Also, at the end, I did a low death round of the full lobby for the first time, and it was certainly something. Also, for the first 2 logs in the month, I was going a bit insane, because on top of my motivation just being completely shot, I was dealing with finals, and that is just a terrifying combo. Overall, though, while it has been slow going, I am still making progress, and I believe that falls under the umbrella of good things. Anyway, as mentioned, my Platinum spreadsheet is linked in the description with an FAQ if and when you get confused by my many homebrew terms for things. Anyway, without further ado, I will make way for the video logs. Enjoy! Daily Diary, December 2nd, 2025. I just spent the past 5 minutes looking for something to delete on my computer because I ran out of disk space during the live stream today. And I gotta get a new big drive. I gotta get a new big external drive for all my recording because the 4TB one I have is fucking running out of space, so it's just great. Anyway, very good session. The lab deadlift has been completed, which means I am now at 20 out of 25 silvers deadlifted. We made it. Unbelievable. Like, that's actually, like, that's a milestone. A real milestone. We haven't hit a new milestone like that in a while. I also labbed out Call the Void. It's such a fucking easy map, and it has, like, 1 hard room in it, and that is it. Like, it's good. I'm gonna deadlift it, like, next time I get it. It's gonna be a breeze. Anyway, one thing I forgot to mention, like my hands aren't cold anymore right now because I've had the heater on, but, like, an hour ago, when I walked in the garage, and it was 38 degrees Fahrenheit, that's, like, 3 degrees Celsius, like, they freeze up, and, like, it's not like they make inputs harder inherently, it's just annoying. I also I brushed up on some other maps I haven't touched in a while. And by other maps, I mean one singular map. Actually, no, not 2 maps, 2 maps. Tectonic Trenches, which I silvered first try, let's fucking go. And Starry Ruins, again, which I silvered first try. And then I did BVD, just, you know, see how it would go. I silvered that first try. And then I entered Synapse, and I died to some stupid blooper because it's Synapse, and that's what it does. It's Synapse's favorite hobby and activity. And then I did Mango Mesa, and I died to the exact same fucking mistake in Flag 11. I am so mad. I was doing so good, and then I got so owned. And then I also died because, like, I let go of, like, the box in Flag 3 when, like, you're supposed to wave dash with it, and if you let go of the box, you die because you, like, need carry with you. I don't know if I'll be able to do this tomorrow. I wasn't able to do it yesterday because I was studying. It's final season. This is going to be a recurring theme for the next couple weeks. But anyway, yeah. Things are looking up on the practice front, which is good. It only took, like, a month and a half. Anyway. Daily Diary, December 3rd, 2025. I was not supposed to do practice today. I was supposed to study, but I got okay, no. I think I have extra time. I think I gained extra time. So I used it on practice, like, to deal with the stress. Do not do Celeste Silvers to cope with stress. Holy shit. That made things worse. Anyway, I didn't get anywhere. Like, I practiced Raindrops and Crypt, and by practice I mean I just did a run through of them, because I'm gonna do those next. I was thinking of doing Starlight Station, like, after, Call the Void, but, like, I open the map and listen to the music. The music has so much fucking aura, dude. It has to be the last map. It'd be so cool. So I did Raindrops and JavaScript. They both have a million issues I'm gonna have to iron out later. I ain't doing it now. And then I tried the deadlift Call of the Void and immediately got assaulted by, like, I'm not even kidding, a good 7, like, new bloopers that I had never seen before in my entire life. Like, I was, like, grabbing onto corners of blocks that were, like, poking out by a pixel, and if you do that in Call of the Void, you fucking die immediately because it's 0 gravity and you're stranded in the middle of space with nowhere to go. And like, a bunch of lag spikes, too, and it's just, you know, lesson learned. I'm gonna fucking come back, like, Daily Diary, December 4th, 2025. Okay, I have another pocket of free time. I'm not just, like, doing this to procrastinate, I swear, okay? Maybe a tiny bit, but that's besides the point. So, I didn't even, like, try to deadlift Call of the Void today. I didn't have it in me. Yeah, I didn't have it in me. That's it. That's the reason. So I just brushed up on raindrops. I did this, like, and not that many deaths at all. So the the playthrough last night definitely helped a lot. I've already labbed out, like, like, when I say labbed, I mean, like, I've found strats that look pretty good to me after 2 runs. So we'll see how those hold up when I actually try to deadlift this thing. If I try to deadlift it, because that'd be like half an hour, I'm gonna deadlift it. It's just gonna be a really long and painful deadlift. But anyway, Raindrops is coming along. Crypt is just so weird and dumb, and I've heard people say it's really easy with strats. I'm gonna have to look at those mythical strats they're talking about, because from my perspective, this is bullshit. What else did I do? Oh yeah, I did a run through Call of the Void. Completely deathless. Except to, like, the really hard room. The really hard room from yesterday. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it, but I died. It's yesterday. One of my deaths was because, like, I went. Okay, so, like, I do that. That is such a cool fucking strat, by the way, but that's besides the point. It's like right here, like, you have the dual wall bounce, right? And yesterday I died because I did this. Did you catch it? I pressed the jump button too early. And so I didn't press, because I didn't press it on the wall, no wall bounce happens, and I die. And I did it again today. Which is great. Just amazing. But don't worry not learning anything at all, fans, because it gets better. It gets better. Because in lab I was continuing the streak from my previous deadlift, which was a 5 streak, and I get all the way to the final room. I get all the way over here. I'm gonna show you guys this. So right here, this wall bounce is causing me so much fucking trouble, because it's just weird. And I found a backup for it yesterday, which is actually pretty sick, and I'm not gonna count on myself to do it right now, because it is so cold in here. It's like 37 degrees, which not even like the coldest it's been this week. If anything, it's on the warmer end, but my hands are not liking it at all. They're so cold. But that's besides the point. So the strat I found was fast bubble, insta dash, and then this is a tricky part. You have to wait a bit, like on the second dash, like right here, you have to wait, because if you go early, you bonk on the wall and you die. And I lost a run to this yesterday before, like, fixing it after telling myself to knock it off. And today, as I was going up to this very wall bounce, I told myself, okay, Incredi, you have to wait. You wanna, you know, you already know how it went, because you can hear the tone of my voice and tell I'm pissed off. I fucking killed myself to that. You know, that's just like it's just a brain issue. The level is so easy, guys. It's easy. Like, I don't understand. Anyway, I don't have time to cover all the other maps today, so I won't. They're holding up pretty well. They usually hold up really well when I check on them. Either 1 death or I get the silver outright. Daily Diary, December 6th, 2025. I didn't do anything significant today. I just did upkeep on Call of the Void and Raindrops. I'm not even gonna bother with Crypt until I, like, actually look into pre-existing strats for it. It's been one hell of an off day for me. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, I you know, I said that expecting to find something else to say about it. I don't got the fucking energy for this, man. I'm gonna be real. Daily Diary, December 7th, 2025. Today's session fucking sucked. Oh my god. I started... Okay, I tried a deadlift call to void today. Again. And I failed. Again. So, there's been a lot of bloopers. Okay, no. I woke up today and I was dead tired. I have not been this tired in a while. And so that probably wasn't a good sign, but I kept going anyway. And so, here, in this room, where do I begin? Okay. First, I'm going up here now. And so I used to go, here to do the reverse wave dash. Now I go up here. Because I had two deaths. Two dying because I did, a one frame jump, and I landed in that stupid electricity up there. I landed in the stupid tiny little patch of electricity that was put on the ground for literally no reason, violating all safety policies in the spaceship. And why? It's fine. And then I had multiple deaths, 2 of them, to doing this. So, I probably should have stopped there, but I kept going, and I kept dashing into spikes numerous times, and eventually I just was like, you know what? I'm in complacent brain mode, and then I realized something. I'm in complacent brain mode, meaning I can do complacent brain practice of the other maps, so, I outsmart the game once again. So I did Attack of the Clone, got that silver, which is good because I haven't played this map in a while, so that map is pretty solid. Then I did, actually, no, then I did Thinking with Portals, got that silver. Then I did Undergrowth, and, I died because I just stopped, 2 feet away from a wall again, and there was no reason behind it, and, that's it. That was the only death I had on the level. So then I did BVD, and I had a death. Where was it? Oh, it was because I missed a wave dash because I didn't get the dash back after the jump, which is that's my fault. That's just my bad. Then I did Toggle Theory, got that silver first try, which is nice because I haven't played that map in a while. And then I did Slime Time. I'm probably mixing up the order here, but I did Slime Time and got that silver, which is good, because that's a pretty... It's not the most hectic map, but it's hectic enough that I wasn't sure if Complacent Brain could take it, but it could, which is amazing. And then I did Lab, got that silver. Yeah, I got that silver. And then... then I did Dusk City. And I just started throwing myself off the ledges and missing all the inputs and dashing in the wrong way because I would intend to dash right and then immediately hold left, so I would grab onto the edge of the zipper blocks. But what would happen is I'd press right and then immediately switch to left before actually pressing the buttons. What would happen is I'd jump off and do this, and I would immediately die, because you die if you do that in Dusk City. And so, after 3 times, I was you know what? I'm done. Because I was going to do Synapse, but... I was going to do Synapse after Dusk City, but I could just, you can tell. You can tell when the session is kaput. And so, that's it. So, I'm probably not going to be, doing much gameplay for the next couple days to a week. Because I reevaluated the final schedule, and I am fucked, bro. It is not gonna be a good week for Incredi. It's gonna be a rough week for Incredi, is all I'm gonna say. So practice is gonna be on the back burner. But when I get back, we'll figure it out. you know, because I'm just known for figuring things out, and Creddy always figures things out sooner or later, and he's gonna do it again right here. Isn't that right, everybody? Daily Diary, December 12th, 2025. It has been. Let me pull up the. Let me pull up the thing. It has been only 5 days, actually. I thought it was a week because I forgot how time works. Because it was a rough week. Many finals were had. And as for today's session, I just did upkeep. I did call the voiceover a few times. I'm getting marginally better at it, which is good. I also did lab silver, and I died because I forgot something, but also I was really like out of it, so it's fine. It's whatever. I'm good with lab. I trust in lab. I also did some labbing for JavaScript a little bit. This map, I'm gonna be real, this took me by surprise. I did not expect this to be as annoying and just painful as I thought it would be, but okay. So I guess a demonstration. First, this jump sucks because you go like here and like it's just awkward and dumb. And then you have this thing, and I do a super here, and then they have to do this dash, and like it's calling it precise would be a bit of an overstatement, but I don't like having to do dashes this precise in my runs. And then we get room number 5. So this room is a whole ordeal. So the actual room, like most of it isn't that bad. Like it looks bad. It's just normalization setups. It's nothing difficult. It's just, you know, it tries to scare you and it fails. Then we get here. So I use this setup just to set up the wave dash, and I go here, and then I do this whole thing to go up, right? This is not the hard part. What's the hard part? What was that? Like, really? I'd be for real right now. And then after that, you do this, which, this isn't that bad, actually. I don't know why I was hyping it up. And you get to this part. And this is where I start throwing large objects at the screen because, okay, observe. I mean, like, come on. Like, I do this jump, immediately jump back before the spikes show up, then do the precise dash and not die somehow. It's probably more lenient than I'm, like, making it seem, but I haven't, like, tested it, like, fully yet, so I don't know. So, that was all I did today. I stopped a bit short of doing more maps because, I thought about the last time I ate, like, a few minutes ago, and, it had been a concerning amount of time, so I'm gonna do that. Final season is still not out. I just got a moment of respite. I'll still be doing runs. I'll be doing something tomorrow, and on Sunday, like, this week was really a crunch week. It wasn't like I could not have found time if I tried this time, but I'm trying, so I'll find time. I mean, you know, it's gonna work out, you know. Remember, I always figure it out, remember? Isn't that right? Daily Diary, December 13th, 2025. I deadlifted Call of the Void today. By technicality, I should say. Because, okay, so, actually, I'm not even sure if it would have counted if I didn't count the technicality, but anyway, Call of the Void was being itself today, and I ended up getting, like, the deadlift, I'm doing air quotes right now, with a bunch of, like, 2 streaks. I technically got a 4 streak in my heart, but, this happened in the middle, and I decided that was bullshit, because I wasn't paying attention, and I was talking about Markiplier, and so I didn't count it. But yeah, you know, that's it. That's all the lore you need. Call the Void is just, I mean, look at this too. This also happened. Like, what are we doing out here? Why is Call the Void the weirdest map of all time? But that's the point. So now I'm deciding between Raindrops on Roses and Java's Crypt, and both are just, well, Raindrops I knew was gonna be like tricky to deal with because it's long and it has the umbrella mechanic. JavaScript, I forgot how choky this map is, for like a better term. It's like the dark horse of worst maps. I would have never imagined that this map would be like so despicable, but here we are. It's gonna be a lot to deal with. I imagine I'll find some time, but it's gonna be final studying again. It's that time of the week, but it will be the last time of that week for this semester. That made no sense. I'm really tired. So I'm gonna like chill out, and yeah, that's it. That's all there is. Daily Diary, December 14th, 2025. Okay, so I was talking about how Crypt was like gonna be really hard and really weird and despicable, and it was gonna be one of the worst maps of all time. That is no longer true. This map got fucking annihilated this session. Like, okay, so it all started when I went and goes to Discord to look for strats, and I saw a very peculiar clip, and I did a double take upon first seeing it, because I was like, ain't no way this is actually real. Because if this was real, then like my entire perception of the level would be shattered in an instant. And then, hold on, it'll take a second to do. It takes a second. I was way better at this 5 seconds ago. You can just skip the fucking room. You can just skip it. Well, and the reason it works, is because there's like a little hidey hole in here with like a little secret Easter egg, but for some reason, if you do this, it just magically transports you to the end of the room, and I am in disbelief that this actually works. And it's not consistent, as you can see, but if you do it correctly, you skip the whole second room. Of course, I needed a plan for the second room, because it's inconsistent, as you have seen. So, and what sucks is that this room actually was really bad for a while, because this jump is like weird, and you have to like stop in the air and then turn around, and like that's weird. But I realized if you just do reverse hyper, or like if you do a reverse wave dash like off the edge of the block, and then you can just glide down, and then it becomes trivial. So it's really like, the skip doesn't like make a huge difference, but it's still like, dude, it's so fucking cool you can do that. Unbelievable. So then, this room had a really so I used to do like this, like I'd go above it, and then I like have to maneuver around, and it was weird. It's not hard, it's weird, and weird is bad in video games when it comes to consistency. So at first I tried this, and for some reason you get your dash back when you land on like when you do the corner jump. I don't know why. I've never seen a corner jump when you get your dash back. And I did that for a while before realizing that there is absolutely no way that is the best strat for this part. Like, are we for real? So I took a look, and I immediately found this. Behold, you just go up here, and you just do it. Dude, like, are you serious? How did I not notice that sooner? And then after that, it's a super strat. I do a jump dash here, and the rest of the room is utterly trivial. And then here, I stole a strat from another clip where I just do this jump. I used to like line up on this pillar and then jump, which is just, it's a bit more awkward. and then I just do a wall bounce. Oh my god. Like, it's so smooth now. It's so smooth, and the rest of the room is the same. And in fact, most of the rest of the map is the same. It's just like minor optimizations from here. But, okay, so, well, this part is the same. You can't really do much here. It's just following a very predetermined easy peasy lemon squeezy route, and then you do this dash, which is a bit scary. And then I used to do like the same wave dash strat to get up to the key, or to get up to like the lock, and then I realized you can just jump and it works. And I don't know how I didn't see that sooner. I was into the deadlift. I was like multiple runs deep into the deadlift before I bothered to check if you could just do that. I'm, you know, better late than never, I guess. And then here, I wasn't able to find like a easy peasy solution for this, because if you like do a full jump, you just die. So I just hang on to this wall, and then I jump and you get your dash back, and then I line up like at the left edge, so like I'm decently aligned to just spam dashes to make it down. What? Did I do a demo? Bro, I'm so good at video games. This has never happened to me before. But yeah. And it's sketch. It looks sketch, but I haven't died to it in like an actual silver run, so I don't think it's too bad. Overall, like, yeah, like it's not free, obviously, but like I came in to this expecting it to be like a new contender for like a map I would do at the start. It's actually not bad at all. I'm shocked, honestly. I'm genuinely shocked. I heard rumors that like this silver was tier 1 with strats, and I was like, ain't no way. There's no way it's tier 1. Like, are you crazy? I believe them now. Like, holy guacamole. Like, I had a lot of deaths during a deadlift. I only got up to a 3 streak, and the only reason was because I was so bored that I started speedrunning the map, and I started just throwing myself into spike because I was rushing. And it's actually like a good thing I did that, I think, because I got to see like, because like I play a bit looser. Like, my safeguards are a lot looser when I'm trying to do something fast, and so I really got to expose the weakest links and fix those. So I'm a lot better at the level now for it, so I'm glad I did it. But like, yeah, I dropped my PB like by like 20 seconds. Wait, like during the deadlift, which is very funny. That is very humorous in my opinion. So with this, I am now at 22 maps deadlifted. Next map is gonna be Raindrops, very regrettably. I am not looking forward to this one at all. Oh my god, this is gonna suck. Funny thing, at the end, at the end, you need like 2 keys from this room to make it to the end of the level. And I was under the impression, so like, I went for the key here and the key here, because I thought those are the only 2 keys in the room. And today I just found out about the 3rd key that's right here. So, I'm thoroughly flabbergasted. And apparently there's another key down here. There's another key down here. I don't know, like, I don't know what's going on. I didn't even know you could get, what? Wait, what? Actually, there's gonna be a lot of work to do on this level, if you can't already tell. It's gonna be like a half-hour long deadlift, and like, that's fine, because I'm doing it, the full challenge, it's gonna be a bit longer than half an hour, but it's just like, half an hour of Raindrops? Really? I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Daily Diary. December 15th, 2025. Yes, okay. Alright. So, I just chilled out this session. I did Bee Berserk for the first time in a while, because I don't like playing Bee Berserk. I've said this before. I don't like Bee Berserk. But anyway, that's besides the point. I was a bit rusty, and some weak points that were like present and like from like a while ago whenever I last played it, they were rearing their heads. I'm not gonna get into it right now. It was mostly just like cycle stuff and like nitty gritty wave dash stuff, because it's always wave dash stuff, because it's just the most insulting stuff to be bad at, because it's not that hard at all. But that okay. Also, I silvered raindrops today. I'm getting a lot better at it. Although I did have quite a few deaths to just umbrella jank, which has me really nervous for a deadlift attempt, because normally when you make a mistake that's like really silly and like during a deadlift and you die, you lose like 3 minutes tops. Here I'm losing 6 at least, 6.5 really. I'm losing 6 minutes of my life every time I die to like funky umbrella shenanigans. So I'm not really sure what the plan is with raindrops. I'm probably gonna deadlift it anyway. It's gonna be what it is, I suppose. I do suppose. I also did Lost Woods. I did a run through of Lost Woods. It's certainly one of the things of all time. I still have not beaten that map without a walkthrough. I've beaten it 3 times, and every single time I used a walkthrough. So part of the, memorizing the route to take to beat the map is gonna be half the battle with that one. But anyway, Daily Diary, December 19, 2025. So I haven't been, okay, it's not that I haven't been doing much these past few days. I actually have been playing the game a bit. It's just, I didn't feel like doing Daily Diary, so just kind of antithetical to the entire point of, like, doing these logs, is to just do them no matter what if I play the game, but, you know, it's whatever. I've mainly just been practicing raindrops, and I've been putting off practice for a while, in part due to me finishing finals and being absolutely exhausted, but also because the next thing on my docket for practice is a raindrops deadlift, and I don't want to deadlift this map. Like, it's at least half an hour long. I did a sub 6 minute silver just now, but I was playing a bit reckless. I would not be playing that reckless in an actual deadlift, so it would be a half an hour minimum. And if I mess up because of umbrella jank or me losing focus for any reason in the middle of that half hour, I'm set back a lot, and it's exhausting. I don't know. At this point, I'm honestly considering not even doing the deadlift and just getting good at the map through segment runs. I might do that actually, just to get this off the ground, because after this, it's Lost Woods, which is pathetically easy, and then Starlight Station, which is a map I actually like, so I'll actually be incentivized to do it, and, that'll ensure I get things done, and then I can consider segment runs, which are going to be an entire beast themselves, but I'll deal with those when I get to them in, a few days. So, yeah. Daily Diary, December 21st, 2025. It's actually the 21st. And I did do a bit of gameplay, yesterday on the 20th. And, so today I labbed out Lost Woods, because I figured if I'm not gonna do anything with raindrops, I might as well do something else on the only other map besides Starlight Station that I haven't labbed yet. And honestly, this level is, it's really easy. I've taken so many more deaths in the past, 15 minutes than I have literally ever on the level, because you have to actively try to die on this level, and I was just, poking all the buttons to figure out how exactly I can mess this one up. And there are ways. There are ways you can mess this one up, because it's an advanced level. The jury's still out on whether or not this actually, constitutes an advanced level, but, it's still a moderately difficult level. Sort of, I guess. You could certainly view it as one. But the main thing, I narrowed it down. Okay, so, like... So, the path I used to take was... I would go down this, like, treacherous path filled with a bunch of spikes to, like, ensure I'm in the right room because of all the teleporty things. It's a maze level. It's the maze level. That's why I'm such a hater of it. But anyway, I found out you don't have to do that, and it's not even that hard. You can just, like, do a loop-de-loop in one of the rooms, and it magically solves itself, which is very good. And so that leaves the only really difficult part, and I say difficult with a grain of salt, it's a choke point. It's just this part where you have to get over up to that wall on the right, and I found, like, a setup for it, where I just line up on the top of the wall, and then do a super, and bada bing bada boom. And then you do a reverse and a wave dash. Really, the only way you can die in this level is if you fuck up a super or a wave dash, which, I mean, if you're doing that, then, like, why the fuck are you doing an advanced platinum? So, like, you know, it's the bare minimum I expect to be able to do in an advanced map. So, it's not really a concern. One thing I have been noticing is that fucked up dash muscle memory where I ended up dashing the wrong direction because I got scared. Like, I'd say I want to dash right, but then I get really scared and I dash left because how it works is you have to, the dream blocks that are in Dusk City are really small. And so if you don't immediately, like, press left to grab onto them when you need to, you're just gonna go flying out and you're gonna die. But recently, my brain has interpreted this as the absolute moment that you press, like, the dash key, you are immediately switching to the opposite direction. And if you do that in the game, you just end up dashing in the opposite direction. And yesterday, I found out that this muscle memory has extended to Flag 19 of Mango Mesa. And so now I suck at the flag because I keep dashing in the wrong direction. The last run I did, I died like 10 times to Flag 19 because I kept dashing in the wrong direction. So that's going to be like public enemy number 1 is fixing that muscle memory, which, you know, sucks, but what are you going to do? You know, like, I've had these muscle memory knots where my muscle memory just decides to morph into something else entirely, and I gotta spend like a week fixing it, and it's the most annoying thing ever. But it comes out stronger in the end, usually. So, that's good. I didn't do raindrops today. I might do raindrops, like, later today. I might, with a big asterisk, which is why I'm doing the video log now. But, like, it's half an hour of raindrops. I'm not predisposed to doing it. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway. Daily Diary. December 25th, 2025. Merry Christmas to everyone in the future watching this, including myself. So, today, I have deadlifted Lost Woods. This is not a major announcement. It is not hard to deadlift Lost Woods. In fact, it wasn't even a perfect deadlift. It died to one of the choke points on, like, the 5th run. Because, you know, choking deadlifts is just... I mean, no, I'm tired. You know, it's not my thing. I'm tired. I have an excuse. I haven't been doing much, Celeste at all, because I started doing a Terraria playthrough where I try to beat the game using only weapons that start with the letter R, and whenever I do one of those, I just get sucked into the game, and I cannot get off it until I finish the playthrough, and it takes like 30 hours, and I spent like 4 days straight doing that, and I finally finished it like a couple days ago, and then ever since it's just been procrastinating on Raindrops deadlift, because I had a sneaking suspicion I was just gonna die a lot to bullshit. And today I finally decided, you know what, I'm gonna do Raindrops deadlift, and you'll never guess what fucking happened. So the main issue was with, like, the umbrella. And it just refused to come out when I pressed, like, the key for it to come out. And I still don't know why this happens. Like, it happened twice, and after that, I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna fucking waste my time on this. Like, I'm good enough at raindrops to deadlift the map, if it doesn't act up, but it does, and I gotta figure it out. Because if I don't figure it out now, then it's but what am I gonna do? Do it? Am I gonna figure it out in segment runs? Then I'm gonna get fucked in segment runs and waste more of my time. So I gotta figure it out right here. So I didn't feel like doing that on the stream, so I just did Lost Woods, which is why I deadlifted Lost Woods. But yeah, it's I did some like minor labbing for raindrops too, like nothing major. Like I found this, like I do this in the second room instead of like a wall bounce that I used to do because it's variable, and the umbrella is just so it's weird. And also I've been having issues with like my keyboard like holding inputs, like I'll release like a button and Madeline will still do that action for like an extra second sometimes, and I don't understand why. It's like maybe that's the reason I've been dying at raindrops today. It's really weird. I don't know. Like I gotta get that figured out. Like I'm not gonna do a full lobby deathless run if this keeps happening. Like objectively, I'm not. So hopefully it's not gonna be anything major, but I mean, it might just be my brain spazzing out and thinking it's external input bullshit, but it's actually just me forgetting I'm holding down a key. That's entirely plausible. So, I'm gonna try to figure out the umbrella thing. I try to replicate it, and it never works. Which is how these things usually go. They happen, like, all the time in runs, and I try to sit down and isolate them, and they never come out. So, we'll see how that goes, but if I figure it out, this map is going to be a cinch. It'll be boring, but it'll be a cinch. So, yeah. Until I figure it out, I guess. Daily Diary. December 27th, 2025. I did play yesterday, but then I forgot to make a daily diary, which honestly is, like, not the worst thing in the world, because, like, I'm intending to, like, not compile all these logs together until I've, like, deadlifted all the maps, and who knows how fucking long that's gonna take at this rate. But anyway, I just set a new map streak record, and it barely counts because it includes Lost Woods, and we all know that's not a real map, but it counts in my heart, and also, like, actually it counts because, like, I mean, qualitatively, it's not even as good as my previous one, because I was doing a bunch of easy maps, just to, like, I started off with a bunch of easy maps, and once I realized I was getting really nervous, I switched to, like, the maps I'd done most recently, so I could get nerve practice on them, except those maps were also not too hard. So, also I wasn't recording it, because all good things just aren't never recorded, so let me try to remember what it was exactly. So it was, I gotta check the map. I gotta check the big map. Oh, okay. So, it was Laser Lab, into Lost Woods. The two tier 1s, right out of the way first. Then I did Thinking of Portals. Then Right Side Down Cavern. I'm typing out on the sheet, by the way, right now. Fuck, what was next? What was that? Oh, Tectonic Trenches. Then I did Tectonic Trenches. Because I was going for, like, the right side sweep over here. And then I did JavaScript. And then I did Slime Time, because that's a later map in the route. I finished the route, by the way. I have it split up into 10 sections. They're probably not going to be, like... I'm probably going to make some slight tweaks at some point, even though I don't think I will right now. I don't feel like I will, but I probably will end up making those tweaks, because routes are weird with this lobby. But anyway, after, like, this, I was on, like, a 7-map run. And I was like, you know, I'm really stressed out right now. What would be a good map to test out with nerves? Raindrops. Raindrops still sucks ass, by the way. So many stupid deaths with this map, but on this run, I actually got this over first try. Meaning that, like, I think, like, at least nerve-wise, like, if I'm locked in, I'm good. Which, like, wow, we already know this. We're good on every map when we're locked in. But it's good to know that this map is, like, feasible, and that it's doable, and that it's not bullshit all the time, just a lot of the time. And then I did Dusk City, and I kind of knew, like, it was probably gonna die here, because some stupid bullshit was gonna happen, and it did, because I glanced away from the screen for, like, a third of a second, like, while I was doing a dash, because, like, I'm pressing key, like, how could that go wrong? And then I look back on the screen, and Madeline is fucking dead, and I don't know what happened. I wasn't recording, so I can't check what happened. It's so fucking weird how I look like... I swear, if I, like, looking away from the screen wills death into existence, even if it's impossible normally. It's like in Five Nights at Freddy's, where, like, if you look at one of the guys on the camera, like, they won't do anything. But, like, the moment you switch off the camera, bam, you instantly die because they magically gain the ability to move again. It's like, that makes no fucking sense. Why is this happening, anyway? I mean, it's not, like, a big deal, because looking away from the screen is not exactly that high on the list of things you should do during a platinum. So, really, I have no one to be mad at but myself. But, I mean, hey, 8 maps. That's only, like... That's not even a third of the maps in the lobby, but... Yeah. No, that's kind of depressing, actually. It'll get better. It'll get better in the future. I still have to lab out Starlight Station. This map's gonna be a fucking headache to lab out. It's gonna be a fun headache, but it's gonna be a headache nonetheless. There's a lot of stuff going on in this map, which is just fantastic. You know, like, it's fine. It's not like the lobby just keeps on giving, and thankfully this is gonna be the last time it keeps on giving in the form of a new map. But still, it's another new map. Like, they don't stop coming. Like, it's just so crazy. Like, I might have already said this before in one of the logs, but, like, I keep going through, like, phases where mentally I'm like, oh, this is gonna be so easy, and then I play a new map, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on? And they just keep coming. It's a never-ending flow of new maps and new things to learn. This is what Endurance is all about, probably. I mean, this is, like... I don't know. I'm getting the Endurance experience right now. Daily Diary. December 28th, 2025. So, I continued the 8-map streak from yesterday as a 1 death. And I ended up doing 6 extra maps before dying to lab, and it wasn't even like a lag spike death. I legitimately forgot, like, one of the inputs I had to do, and I just fast bubbled into a spike. But, like, that's a 14 map 1 death, which, like, damn, you know. I mean, it doesn't have a lot of the heavy hitters, like Tower or Synapse or BBD or Attack of the Clone, but, like, the main reason for that was I was trying to test out nerves with maps that be later in the run anyway, so I didn't really care. In other news, I silvered Starlight Station again today. I did some labbing for it. There was not much you can really do on this map. Like, it's just a very no-nonsense, lots of shit going on map. I'll probably go in depth on the strats I do find later. But for now, it's just... I wasn't able to deadlift it today. I tried, like, with heavy quotations, because I found out that the best way to find errors quickly is just to throw yourself into the fire and do a deadlift, even though you probably are not ready for a deadlift. And it definitely paid off. I found some stuff that would have probably driven me nuts if I, like, did it later. But anyway, with that, I have finally resilvered all the maps in the lobby, which means, theoretically, I could start runs right now. Or I could at least... No, not start runs right now. I could theoretically, like, start a run and do the whole lobby deadlifts. I mean, that's not gonna happen because Starlight Station is new and all this shit. But I mean, the 14 map 1 death, like, things are looking up. Also, I did Mega Mesa again. This map is actually, like, pretty fucking rusted. Like, Flag 19 especially, for, like, the reason I mentioned, like, earlier, like, in a previous log, the muscle memory is fucked. And what sucks about that is that Flag 19 is possibly the worst flag in the whole map for the muscle memory to get fucked up like that. So, it's gonna be a process to get it back under control, but once we do, it shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. I'm just generally pretty tired. I got a lot more tired later in the day, which, like, yeah, that's how being tired works, I guess, from, like, a certain viewpoint. But the quality of play dropped a ton, so I'm stopping early. So yeah. Daily Diary, December 30th, 2025. So, good news. So first, Starlight Station, I deadlifted it today. Also, I mean, like, yesterday I did, like, one run of Starlight Station, so I wasn't gonna do a daily diary for that, but I deadlifted it today. But, far more significant, if you look at this little chart, you might notice something. Everything's deadlifted. Yes, I deadlifted raindrops. After I did Starlight Station today, I booted up raindrops, and I was just going for a 3 streak initially because I didn't want to, like, spend half an hour doing a deadlift, but then I got the 3 streak and I was like, fuck it, you know, why not? And so I did it, and I got a 5 streak on raindrops. That's why I didn't put anything into the counter, because if you get a 5 streak, like, just off the dome, that corresponds to a deadlift. You don't have to fucking waste time using the counter. And by you, I mean me, because I'm the only one who uses the deadlift score at all. But anyway, every map deadlifted. Every map Unsure 3. It's beautiful. It took, like, what, 4 long months? Which is way too fucking long. It should not have taken 4 months. I was planning on, like, being done with the whole grind initially, like, by this time. Which, in hindsight, that was a ridiculous estimate, but considering my schedule, but, like, whatever, I don't care anymore. It's done. Anyway, this is the route. Also, it's split into 10 sections. The goal is to be Unsure 3 with these 5, and then Confident 1 with these 4, and then this last little pesky level, I don't think I can get to Confident 1, but I'll do the best I can. Honestly, the lobby feels a lot smaller than it did 4 months ago, which is a very good sign. It's a very good sign when the challenge starts to feel easy. I mean, it doesn't feel like easy actually, like, you know, it's still fucking stupid and dumb, but, like, it feels very manageable, at least from my perspective right now, which is very nice. I mean, there's not much to say with Starlight Station. I might as well go over the strats now before I forget and just never bring it up ever again. So, this map it's got a lot of stuff going on, at least compared to the maps I've been doing for the past little while. And one of the highlights is this room, because it has this stupid part where you have to, like, do this and, like, go down, and it's weird. But I realize you can... So, right when the bubble crosses, like, the orange coin, you can do a down left wave dash, and then release all your movement keys, and it lines you up perfectly with the pink gem. And then if you, like, end up doing it too far to the right, you can just, like, do a micro adjustment. And that was, like, the worst part of the level, so it's really good that it's actually not that bad at all. And then the rest, I mean, there's not really much you can do, honestly. Like, you can make tiny segments of the level easier. That's cool, but, like, you can't really do much. Just have to, like, play honest, which is nice. I mean, is not nice for this challenge, but like it's nice to have like a chill, awesome, cool level. I found this strat to skip having to do a wave dash on that block, because you're supposed to wave dash on it to like move it into position, but you can just do that. But you still have to do this wave dash. And then the room is easy. I was messing around earlier with like a way to get rid of that last wave dash because it was weird. It just feels weird, and I tried doing something like this, and like I was actually like it actually works if you do it like right, but crackpot strats like that, like there's always something better. Like, so the wave dash is what I went with. This is an easy peasy room. This is another easy peasy room. So many of these rooms are easy peasy, and then there's just rooms with shitloads of stuff going on. But like, it's not too hard. Like, you have to like keep some cycles in check in some of the rooms, but it's like, it's really easy. I'm like, when I say keep cycles in check, I mean don't be a colossal idiot. This room is giving me a lot of trouble because of this stash, just because of muscle memory and stuff, and like getting it to feel easy and natural. And I lost like a lot of progress in the deadlift to this room, but I figured it out now, and like it's so much easier. It was just adjusting like the point at which I start the wave dash. I used to start it back here, but that was really weird, and I would like just like die. So I switched it to the intended spot and just doing the down dash like a normal person, and it works. This is a very uncomfortable map to do under pressure. It's one of the most uncomfortable. At least like, honestly, yeah, it's one of the most uncomfortable for me right now. Like, it's not hard per se. It's tricky, but like it's just uncomfortable. And the rest is just like tempering my mental framework for what to do, so my muscle memory cooperates, doesn't throw me off a cliff. But anyway, at Starlight Station, awesome level. And then I did find one optimization on raindrops that just like eased the last big worry I had with this map. Also, I figured out why the umbrella, like, I figured out the umbrella jank, which was, like, huge. Like, the main gist is that, like, if, like, it's like when you release the umbrella, like, you can't just instantly, like, press the climb key to, like, respawn it, at least sometimes. Like, there's a delay, and like a lot of the time, like, I'm not expecting it, because like the umbrella tech, like going up and doing like pseudo double jumps, it's all like ingrained in my brain as like fundamental tech. So when the umbrella decides to be a little silly and just not come out, I die. I just die because like, I'm not expecting it, you know. Like, if I expect it, I can like it'll do something, but like if it just sneaks up on me, what the fuck am I supposed to do? So the solution is just space out your umbrella usage, which is not hard. It's not hard to do in this level. I was just being a little speed demon, and breaking that habit took a while, but the big map run I did a few days ago proved to me I can do it, and it's actually what I default to doing under pressure, which is good. But anyway, this part has sucked for so fucking long because, like, in part because of the umbrella jank, it's just weird. I gotta, like, go back into a fucking... I gotta show you... I gotta show off the progression here. I gotta show off the progression, okay? So... So I used to do the intended way of just this, but I ran into the umbrella jank problem because I was releasing, like, climb and repressing it with the umbrella really fast, and that caused me to die sometimes. So I was like, okay, can I get rid of this somehow? And the solution I came up with was just hang on to the wall and then, like, jump and do this. And you may think that works better, except, like, you like, have to release climb to jump off the wall, And then if you press climb too fast with the dash, then the umbrella doesn't come out and you die again. And so at this point, I'm like, okay, well, what if I, like, do this and I, like, delay it, so then I, like, do an up diagonal dash, but then I get stuck here, and then it's really awkward to get out. And then, a stroke of genius. Watch this. And then you bounce off this, and somehow this crackpot strat actually fucking works way better than anything else I've been able to find so far, and this is what I use for the deadlift. And, like, it actually makes it so easy. Like, so, yeah. Also, big shout outs to this. I don't know, this is less of a crackpot strat. This is just fucking cool. I do an ultra here to make this easy. God, that's so cool. It's like this, it's the wacky strats are going nuts, I will say. This has some of the coolest strats. I mean, only in this room. Every other room fucking sucks and it's boring. But this room's pretty cool, but it's also really hard, so it sucks for the challenge. And yeah, that's it. Like, honestly, if I wanted to, I could start attempts, like, right now. Like, I'd be in a damn good position to, like, get some stuff going. But I'm gonna be doing segment practice. So, like, back on the sheet, there's still a lot of stuff that needs to be worked out. Some maps are pretty rusty because I haven't been playing them as much, because I haven't wanted to play them as much, because they're boring and dumb, but I have to play them and be good at them in order to get the platinum, so I have to figure that out. I made, like, a to-fix list sheet of a bunch of errors that I noted down, and I'm gonna have to go through those at some point. But the general plan is to get every silver, all of these silvers to Confident 1, which is not going to be that hard, because basically all of them are already Confident 1. I think the only one that's not is... Wait a minute. Wait, are they all Confident 1? They're all Confident 1. Oh. Shit. Well, that one's done. Well then, get him to Confident 2. It's like, these extra goals, I'm not planning on getting these. These are just, like, extra bonuses. And you can tell I went wild because I put deadlift hard side here. That's not fucking happening. Also, I put deadlift section 5. You know, the section with 5 maps, one of them being raindrops. That's never fucking happening. But the plan is to deadlift the last 3 sections, which is going to be insanely boring because they're all easy peasy lemon squeezy maps. But I'll do it. And it's just to make sure I don't, like... I mean, I can't totally prevent being stupid, but I can do the best I can. I can get the muscle memory, and I can get the segment practice and all that good stuff going. And then I just do 2 streaks for segments 3 through 6. The first 2 I don't really think are as important, because, like, I'm gonna be doing them first. I might, like, do some stuff with section 2. I don't know. And then, that's it, honestly. I mean, I'll see how I'm doing after I do all that. But anyway, I'm gonna do housekeeping tomorrow, just fixing up all these errors and going through all the maps if I have time. And then the day after that, I will do a low death of the whole lobby, and I'll see how good I do. I mean, who knows, you know? New Year's miracle, it could unironically end the grind right there. But that's not happening. But it could happen. But it's not gonna happen. But it could, but it's not. Daily Diary, December 31st, 2025. It's technically 1:26 a.m. on January 1st. I don't give a shit because I'm gonna do another one of these later. Well, I would say tomorrow, but it's today. But yeah, I mean, you know what? I'm not gonna say Happy New Year yet. I'll say it on the next one. But anyway, I was just doing very light housekeeping because I've been busy today. The muscle memory for the second wave dash here, it got rusty and it doesn't really work because I originally like released right to like make the wave dash more lenient, but I'm starting to think that just makes things overcomplicated. And also the lag is very real because I'm recording and also have a save state active. I'm looking into lag reduction. I'm going to look into lag reduction mods for Celeste because like there's gotta be some fucking memory leak going on. I swear I leave the game on for half an hour and like the lag gets worse the longer I leave it on, which is classic memory leak. I left Red Ball like to escape the memory leaks. I'm kidding. Red Ball 4 actually doesn't have any. Actually, that's not true. It does. But why am I getting them here? Anyway, I'm honestly thinking of just like raw dogging the wave dash, just so it's easier for my brain to process. Cause like, yeah, it technically is a smaller window, but also like, it's really easy for the brain to be like, do this thing as opposed to do this thing to set up this thing and then boom, 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 do this. You know, I don't got. It's an endurance run. I'm sure the energy conservation strats are optimal in the long run. But anyway, that's all for Berserk. I do need to practice room 7 probably. I should put that on the list of things to fix. And then it was just like nitty gritty stuff like fix it, like getting a visual cue for a wave dash in Sands of Time. Like redoing the very beginning of Tower because I forgot how to do that for some reason. So just making sure I didn't completely forget how to do that. More nitty gritty stuff with the super and slime time. You know, it's like there's not too much that's like egregious, which is by design because if there was, I would have fixed it by now. It's just smaller errors. With the exception of Mango Mesa, there's probably still like there's still a Dust City muscle memory bullshit that I gotta fix and I've been putting off because I don't like doing that. I don't like fixing bad muscle memory, but I gotta do it. But hopefully, if I have time tomorrow, I can finish all the housekeeping and I can do my one low death run of the whole lobby, and we will see how it goes. So, yeah. That's it. You can end the log now. Daily Diary, December 2nd, 2026. Happy New Year. I forgot to record one on the 1st. Actually, I don't even think I did anything on the 1st. I just laid around all day. Anyway, today I did the low death run of the lobby. And, well, it was certainly fucking something. Okay. Now, I need to, like, preface you with, like, how this, like, so I woke up, and I was really tired, and I just, like, felt groggy, and I knew it wasn't gonna be, like, a good low death. I wasn't expecting to get it first try, obviously, but I knew it wouldn't be, like, even a really great low death, probably, because it would be complacent brain prac, but I was actually, like, fine with that, because, you know, like, a full diagnostic of the entire lobby with complacent brain, that could be pretty useful in like finding little weak points. Now, if you're a little gremlin in my brain and you know this information and your goal is to make me suffer, what would you do? If you answered throw me into spikes dozens of times while making sure to throw me into a spike at least once in basically every single map, you'd be right. Oh, and also there was a bunch of lag, which, like, I don't fully get, because I, like, disabled everything except Strawberry Jam. And it lagged worse. So, clearly one of those must have been an optimization mod for the game to make it, like, run smoother. Speaking of, I gotta find those. Like, this run has really been a lesson in, like, you gotta find the mods to make the game run smoothly, because, like, it was noticeably choppy, and I definitely had quite a few deaths to it. I mean, I also had quite a few deaths just, like, throwing myself into spikes for no reason. Like, here's a bunch of them right now. I mean, like, it's, like, some of them are so fucking stupid. Like, what the fuck is this? What is this? Are we for real right now? But anyway, it ended up being a 32 death. You may notice that the, like, lowest deaths, like, total and, like, the total deaths total is different. That's because in JavaScript, I died 4 fucking times. The most of any map, by the way. Actually, no, Mega Mesa was more. But, like, and the reason I died was because I threw myself into a spike in, like, one of the rooms at the perfect timing to make, like, actually, I don't even know if it was a soft lock per se, or if I just am dumb and don't know how to do the level outside of my route, but I threw myself into a spike in such a way that, like, I respawned behind a block that also respawned and blocked me from, like, completing the rest of the room, and so I had to restart the level. And the funniest part is that this happened twice. It happened 2 times, and, like, I was silently losing my shit while this was going on. I could not believe what I was seeing. Like, JavaScript put in work, honestly, but besides that, it was just silly shenanigans galore, and there was a lot of constructive stuff. I couldn't, like, list it off right now because it's just I haven't looked at the run yet. I'm gonna do it. There's a lot. Oh my god. Also, what's really funny about the 5 Death Mega Mesa is I literally goldened it earlier today. I goldened it. And, like, I knew I wasn't gonna retain the 2 streak. I knew I wasn't gonna get it. But, like, some of the deaths here are, like, they boggle the mind. So, I don't know if it's nerves. I don't know if it's the lag, like, messing with my head. I don't know if it's me being extremely tired. It could be one or many or all those things combined. So, I guess, you know, there's more work to do, which is good, because I was getting overconfident. I was starting to think, oh, surely this is gonna be a walk in the park. I'm so good at all the maps. Nope. You got a lot of work to do, buddy. But I mean, the fact that the vast majority of the deaths were, to me, being a complete and utter moron, at least is, like, it's comforting in a way, because if I was fully locked in, I could, like, probably erase 90% of those, but then again, if I was fully locked in, this would be way easier than it is, as I've said numerous times in the past. I don't really have anything else. I didn't really do anything else today, but honestly, we'll get it. I can tell we're getting there. I'm gonna do segment practice just to, like, reform the muscle memory. I think a lot of it came from me being tired. I mean, we'll see tomorrow, but I think even though it sucked, I'm still on the right track. So, yeah. Anyway, this is gonna be the last log in the video. So thank you for watching if you made it to the end. Big if on that one, honestly. But, I mean, if you're watching this and it's not that big of an if anymore, Editor and Cruddy is gonna have so much fun editing all these together. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to make it this bad, but it's all good. So next is gonna be segment practice and then actual runs. So yeah, that's it. Until next time.